Welcome to the very first anime ups and downs where we're going to take some of the hype anime and we're going to up the good moments, down the bad moments, and we're going to talk about the story and we're going to break it down and I'm going to give my assessment and we're going to see if all the hype anime can add up to being good anime for the week. This list is going to include for this week My Hero Academia, Blue Lock, Bleach, and Chainsaw Man. We're going to be discussing each individual one, upping and downing the stories to arrive at an overall point of which if this week in anime was hype or not. And let's get into it. Our very first one we're going to be talking about is Blue Lock. Our boy Sagi is back and they're in the middle of a Red Robin tournament where there's 5 teams that are going to be pitted against each other. You need the wins in order to advance, or the top 3 scorers from the 3 losing teams, and everybody else is out. But the 3 losing teams, those top scorers get to stay. So we start out this match where Itsaki has won rock, paper, scissors, and he gets to be a forward, and everybody else picks after him. First off, we're in the rock, paper, scissors. More power to you. Let's get it. We next see that Isagi takes the ball out, he's bouncing on down, and what happens? Raichu and Kunigami, I can't say his name properly, but something like that, they decide they're for themselves. That ego takes over, and they mess with the team. Down. When I like the story, I don't like the fact that these two decided to take upon themselves and steal from Isagi. They could have just played as a team. But first down moment, we're going to give ourselves a down there. Next, they're in a scuffle, and what happens? King Boru comes through, and he says, "This is my ball, get out my way." This character, I can't wait to see what's going on for it. We're giving this man an up, because he is just whooping them. 5 scores, they're down 5-0, and he puts them in their place. They come down to having only 3 minutes, and what does our boy Borchi, the one that has the beast inside him, say? Let's get some points back. This man's attitude, I love it. I love the beast mentality, and he's got something going on with the eyes and the Isagi, so you know what? We're giving that man an up, because he gets Isagi going. He says, we can score in 3 minutes, and you know what? They get it done. Isagi, Borchi, they have those eyes. And I'm really curious to see where these eyes are going. Because you know what? He gets to a point where he's dribbling down and he looks around and everything freezes. And that is just amazing. It made me feel like some of these other sports animes. I'm talking like Kuroko's basketball. You remember when a couple of them had their eye abilities? Really made me feel like he had the Emperor's eye or the Eagle's eye in Kuroko's basketball. Most of y'all probably thought I was going to say maybe Neji with the Byakugan or the Sharingan. That was there too. Probably more of the Byakugan, but we're sticking with the sports. So we're giving that moment an up because I love it. He passes to Kagami. He scores. Only thing bad here is I really wanted Isagi to score that goal. I wanted him to be the lead scorer on this, but we're story building and we're storytelling. So you know what? Overall, this anime is getting overall up. We had more ups and downs, so that's our first up. Let's hit the up. Next up on the list, we're going to go ahead and go with My Hero Academia. Our heroes are pitted with trying to stop Shigaraki from waking up from his stasis state where there are the scientist is buffing him, and we find ourselves back in the midst of Mirko doing the most. She's about, I believe, the number 5 hero, and she's trying to get there to break or stop Shigaraki from his transformation. First off, I'm giving Mirko the biggest up I can give her right now because she is killing no moves and she's doing it by herself. She is doing everything by herself. You know what? We're going to go ahead and give the other heroes kind of a down. But let's rewind. First off, we start off with Hawk and Dabi facing off. And Hawk, you're not looking like the number 2. You know that fire was your weakness. I'm giving you a down because you weren't prepared for fire when you know it's your weakness. But we are story building and there was some flashbacks that turned out we're finding out some information, but you whispered the information. Now, I have not read the manga, nor have I read the manga for any of these, so I'm going off of sheer just anime and watching it. And you whispered something. Now, I do have a theory, and my theory is that Dabi is Endeavor's son, and that's why he knows Hawk, because Hawk looked up to Endeavor. But we're going to keep that on the back burner, and I'm not quite sure where that's going, but we'll keep that here. We're not going to up or down that. That's still storytelling. But nonetheless, Dabi was pissed off. Hawk could be finished. We don't know. We got to wait till the next episode. We then find ourselves with the miracle thing going on. She's trying to battle. She's trying to fight as much as she can. And she gets to where she's at. She wrecks the stasis pod where he's being fixed up or being buffed up, so to speak. But again, the heroes are late. I gotta give it though to Mike, because Mike hit him with that DJ behind and just beat the crap out of that guy, even though he's a little short, little wimpy scientist guy. But nonetheless, funny. I was entertained. We're giving that it up. But Xless, my boy Xless. We're gonna talk about him in a minute because I'm pretty sure he's done for. So we're gonna fast forward. Aizawa's doing work. Mike is doing work. We're giving them both the most. We're also giving Aizawa an up for his eyes and just trying to stay diligent and trying to work out everything in his head on the fly. Gives that to me, he's like the smart guy. He gives us that vibes. So for that, he's giving up. He's trying to stay proactive. But Shigaraki wakes up out of sheer willpower. I love the storytelling. We don't know what's going to happen. He's only 75% complete with what was going on with him. So, you know what? We love the story. We love what's on. We're giving it up. And I'm not sure how many ups and downs we had right there, but I think we're going to go ahead and give this episode a down because Miracle's beat up. You don't let... they're not helping. And Hawk, the number 2, is not there. What's going on? You're going to let the bad guys win. Episode gets it down. Although, great storytelling, but there's a couple too many things I didn't like, and I want to see this is the first time we ever really seen Mirko fight, and we're going to do her. She's bloody, punctures, doing the most, and we're beating her up like that. So, episode gets it down. Our next anime up is going to be Chainsaw Man. Episode 2, really enjoyed it. Let's get into the nitty-gritty, the ups and the downs. We leave off with our boy Denji chilling in a car with Makima, and we find out finally that's who she is, and she's still this mysterious person, and she's still a demon killer. But the only thing I have against it, and I'm going to give it down, is she called my boy Denji a dog and is treating him like a dog. She said either say yes or say woof. We can't have that. My man Denji is already going through enough. We ain't having it. Well, that moment is getting down. They pull up, though, to a rest stop, and she treats our boy Denji to a delectable udon meal, and he loved it. He finally got himself something to eat better than some not raw bread, but some regular, dry, no topping bread. So he got him some udon noodles, and he got to pass out on Makima's chest, like bam, he said ooh. And we found out later in the episode this man doesn't like nothing more in life than some boobs. So we're giving that an up. Next, they pull up to the building, and Denji's like, ooh, what am I doing here? So they go up to the office, and he gets himself a partner. But we also find out that this boy, no, don't do it, Denji. We find out this boy is a lovesick puppy. He done fallen in love with Makima, and that's all he wants. Where this is a good thing, I'm also feeling like this might be a bad thing, and she gonna use it against my boy. Come on, man, you can find something else. This girl might be crazy. We don't know yet. But a great part of this, we're loving it, and we're giving this boy Nakiwa and Denji's exchange a huge up. They get partnered up. Nakiwa is like, prove yourself, and they go down. He's like, follow me, Denji. He takes him down an alley, and he sucker punches Denji in the face, and Denji's like, bro, I ain't having this. Kicks this boy in the nuts. Ooh, that had to hurt. I'm giving that up because my boy Denji finally standing up for himself. You know what I'm saying? After everything he's been through, he kicks him in the nuts, gets him on the ground, and then proceeds to kick him in the nuts over and over and over again. He said, "Take this," and then stands up and serves him up another fucking kick in the nuts. And I'm like, damn, Denji, get it. Let's get it up. We love it. Later on, he finally gets back to the apartment, and Denji gets one other thing he's been waiting for. He gets some jam on some bread. I love it. The man is finally getting to live his dream in his life, just like Poshia said. Rolling on through, Nakiwa says, "You're going to really prove yourself." He takes him over to a fiend's house. Basically, a fiend is when a demon takes over a corpse of a human, but the head is still somewhat of a demon. He face to face with a demon. Nakiwa's like, "Turn in the chainsaw." He takes a freaking knife, a butcher knife, and just cuts the fiend's head off. Said, "It's a wrap for you, son." And not because he didn't want to turn into Chainsaw Man, because he didn't want to dirty the nudie magazines. You know what I'm saying? The man, he got some issues. This man likes him some nudie magazines, some boobs. I'm starting to see a trend, and he's trying to flirt with old girl. Whew, we're gonna have to keep an eye on this. Denji, don't go down that road. Please don't go down that road, boy. Next up, we find out about this girl, Power. We don't know much about her, but she's a fiend, and she's a crazy ass one because she makes a big old blood hammer and just smashes this freaking demon's face. And I was like, dang, what is going on? So we're gonna have to keep an eye on that. I like Power. She's probably gonna be good. She's crazy as hell, and we should probably give a crazy as hell girl the down, but we're not gonna do that because it was good storytelling. So we're giving it up, and overall, Chainsaw Man gets enough for this week. Last but not least, on anime ups and downs, we have Bleach. We start off by seeing Ludus talking to the big boss man of the Quincy's, and he has to he's just bleeding out. He's just, "Oh, guys, I'm bleeding out." And he's like, "Well, sit up when you talk to me." This man is a G. Like, I already like his character. I know he's gonna be something else, something crazy, just because what happens later in the episode. Then we get to see the gang back together. They talk a little bit, and they get a crazy. First off, Big Boss Man up, getting a big up. All right, you can't get around it, man. If I can give him a couple ups, I will. We'll see what happens. But the man is getting it up. Then we see the gangs back together. They get a message uh, from Soul Society talking about 116 squad members died in 182 seconds. Soul Society, what? The squad got wiped? Down. You should have been ready for that. You guys are Soul Society. You guys beat their Rancor. You should have been ready. No, but y'all got your tail whooped. Not only that, but we're giving it another down just because of the fact is Lieutenant Sasuke ended up dying. And we never even got to see what these guys could truly do. His powers. He's been the lieutenant to Yamamoto for hundreds of years, and they just kill this man off. Down, getting another down. Dang, we are not starting off real hot with this episode. But then we get to see Ichigo wakes up from a bad dream. He's like, "I'm going on patrol," and lo and behold, who is back but Nell? Although I'm a little upset because Nell, I thought she would have been healed up and stronger again, but she's that baby Nell. But because we're seeing Nell for the first time, we're giving it up. And I'm a big Nell fan, so it's getting up. Then we get to see the big boss man again. We're just gonna get this man up again because he go ahead and splats Ludus and he splats Ebner. I don't know how to say his name, Ebner, whatever it is, but they get splatted by just pointing. This man is freaking strong. Like, so we get to see another flashback of Nell, and Nell is talking to Holly Bell, and Holly Bell gets bodied. But for story purposes, even though she is kind of one of the waifus, we're gonna leave that be. We're just gonna ride that and see how that goes. It's Holly Bell, so I can't give her a down, so she's getting the proverbial up. The gang all goes to Heco Mundo, although I see it's kind of weird with the pacing, but we're not going to get into that. We're going to see how it goes. We're just glad that Bleach is back. The pacing was a little bit weird. Then we get to see Holly and Molly break the chains because Stern Ritter J is like, I'm killing, I'm stabbing through everybody. He's stabbing people, stabbing. If you didn't step up and you're not a man, you getting stabbed through. Before he gets to Lolly and Mally, I believe her name is said in English, they break their chains, they face off, they get whooped up, but you know what? They tried. Although their rank R's are getting their tails whooped, like, even though, like, what? The rank R's were whooping people's ass, and now they're getting whipped by Quincy's when they were whooping all the Shinigamis not too long ago. We're gonna let to see how that plays out, because maybe all of them in the Soul Society aren't gonna get whooped up. And then we see Mila Rose, Soon, and Apache, and they get whooped up. But Stern Ritter J ain't playing. He whoops them up with the quickness. I'm giving Stern Ritter J a huge up because he is that dude. Although he's giving off some weird vibes from like Hitler type stuff. That's kind of weird, but you know what? For story purposes, we're enjoying it. We're giving the man a big up. And for the finale, they leave us off on a cliffhanger with Ichigo showing up and being like, "What's up, Stern Ritter J?" So we're gonna have to wait till next week to see what happens. Actually, it should be tomorrow. I'm filming this on Sunday. It should be out sometime Monday, and we're gonna make ups and downs every Sunday from here on out. If you're liking the content, please give me a like, follow, comment down below what animes you want to see, and let's blow this anime up. Tell me what you like and what you dislike, and let's make this a better series that I'm making. For today's anime, for this week's anime and the hype, we're giving the anime a big up. We checked the boxes, we hit all the wickets, everything's phenomenal. There was a bunch of great animation between Chainsaw and Bleach. So this week, all the anime's hype, it's getting up. But I'll catch you guys on the next one. Check out some of my other stuff that I got on the channel, and I hope to see you soon. Plug my Twitch really quick. Same name as here, Kill It Cameron 86. Nightly streams, 8 p.m. PST. Come check me out. We're trying to make something big. Add me on TikTok as well, and I'll catch everybody later.